The idea of a humanitarian is someone who helps his fellow man. And that doesn't mean that it can be someone here local, it can be someone across the world, it can be someone you've never seen before in your life.
Well, it was honestly something that had intrigued me for many years, is to go overseas as a mission project. But being a biomed for years and being able to do something that is worthwhile and I had some knowledge base about, then it kind of, one thing led to another. Actually,
Biomed up there, I'd known Glenn for years, and they had a need for some stuff, and they called us and said, hey, can you help out with some of this? And we got to doing a few more things, and the more we talked is, I think we could use your skills over there. Would you mind going with us on this trip? Once we got into it, it's a little bit addictive, to be quite honest with you.
There's a doctor's office, it seems like, on every corner here in a lot of cases, and we take that for granted here, I believe. And when you get to a country like that, I think Boyd and Greg's eyes were open, and I think they just have a desire to help others.
I've heard Boyd say many times how gratifying it is to go help and how much he takes away from it.
Now, in India, in certain parts of it, in the government hospitals, literally the patient runs out of money, they pick them up and set them on the street. They didn't have any monitoring for a patient. So they were doing anesthesia with no monitor or anything. Actually unwrapped one of the monitors we'd sent over there, and they let me meet a lady who had a tumor probably about this size. This is about the size of a grapefruit or a little bigger. And took me up to meet her. They'd done the surgery, everything before I got there. And their words were, because of what y'all have done, this lady is alive today and expected to make it.
Where we helped equip an ambulance, and the ambulance was actually donated from Northern Ireland. Had a ramp on it that they would roll a wheelchair in, and then they'd strap the chairs to the floor. And we had to kind of retrofit, and this was like completely out of my realm, but we had to retrofit this ambulance to accept a transport incubator and all of the accessories and supplies that they would need to help power it with both electricity and oxygen. So I was kind of working by the seat of my pants with the help of the people over there. I saw a young girl that's close to my daughter's age that was in the hospital, and they'd kind of given up on her, and she was just kind of being left to die in it. But that's a strong image in my mind.
They have helped me and some of our staff with things that they knew they weren't going to get any benefit from. They will help us, talk to us with whatever we need to find out. They'll go out of their way to do things that they don't ever have to do just to help us.
I think they get to know the people they're working with. They get to see some of the patients, some of the mamas and babies, in Greg's sense. The hurting children that this pediatric ambulance maybe drives 3 hours, and it has to have rescue equipment on the ambulance that's keeping the child alive. When they see that what they did yesterday changes some kid's life today, not that can't happen back in their work in Southeastern Biomedical in North Carolina, but it's just a more direct payback, I guess.
To me, being a humanitarian means to be able to help people with what you have and what you can. For Greg, I have nothing but the best words about him. He is organized and dedicated and very cooperative, and he accepts also the advices very easily too.
I think it definitely makes our company a stronger company by doing it, just through the rewards that we get. A lot of times you come to work, you get your paycheck, and you go home, and that's good enough for a lot of people, and for me too. But when you know that you're helping somebody, and that you're the leaders of your company have chosen for you to spend your time that day to help someone that you don't even know, it's rewarding.
And once you get that feeling, and once you know that you can see a real end result impact, it makes you want to do more.
It just makes me feel very blessed that I'm American, and I just feel like it's our duty to help. I feel like that's what God calls us to do.